welcome to Grandma's Cooking for Homebodies. If you're watching this, this is our second take. If you're not watching this, you're watching the first take, which was quite a disaster because my cat Max took over the show. So if you're watching this first take, we'll play a little bit of, if you're watching the second take, we'll play a little bit of the first take for you at the end of the show as a blooper. So this is a dish I'm preparing for you that's inspired by some of my pandemic cooking. In spring of 2020, we were really locked down at the farm. I was on 2.5 acres and we were in California and we were kind of out in the boonies where we had no DoorDash, no grocery delivery. We kind of just had to work with what we already had in the pantry, what we already had in the kitchen. And sometimes we ordered things from Walmart, who kindly delivered it to us via FedEx. So we would get it via FedEx and a couple days later. And there were a lot of shortages at the time. We didn't have everything we wanted. We had to do a lot of substitution. So this recipe is also using a lot of substitution. And I'm taking the original recipe and substituting it. I'm calling it kind of Thai-inspired pumpkin coconut cream sauce. And it's meant to be served over rice. And we're going to be using jasmine rice today. The original recipe used squash soup because I just happen to have a lot of expired squash soup in my cupboard. And so I used that for the original recipe. Here we go. This is what you're going to need. I want you to assemble your ingredients. You need a can of pumpkin. I have pumpkin here. Unsweetened, please. You want a can of coconut cream, and that also needs to be unsweetened. And you could also substitute some other type of cream. You could substitute half and half, or whipping cream, or some type of non-dairy creamer that's not sweetened, of course, or oat milk, or just whatever you want to use. You need some liquid. I also recommend using a 1/4 cup of dry white wine, maybe Chardonnay. I actually purchased some for this project, but unfortunately I do not have a wine bottle opener. I do not have a corkscrew. So the other ingredients you need is a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, or you could use ricotta, or you could use tofu perhaps if you're vegan, or you don't even have to use cheese. You could get away without using cheese in this dish. I added a little secret ingredient. This is diced radishes from my daughter's garden, and these kind of give a dish a little kick. This is the roux I prepared. In the previous video, which my cat derailed, I had all the ingredients separate and also the roux was made, but my kitty cat decided to jump on the counter and his foot went right into the roux, so I just had to make another roux with the rest of my ingredients. But what I have in this roux is diced chives from my garden, diced oregano from my garden. I have diced nasturtiums from my garden, which also gives it a little bit of an extra kick. We have salt, and the proportions are on the recipe that you'll see. There's salt in here, and there's pepper in here, and there's butter in here. You can use butter, you could use coconut oil, you could use olive oil. Once again, feel free to substitute. A roux uses flour, and it's a thickener. And it's used a lot in Southern cooking. And I have a little clip here that you can watch. We prepared a little clip while I was making the roux. So we'll stop for a moment to watch that clip. I'm going to make a roux. And a roux is just a nice sort of a paste that you add to a sauce to thicken it. Now we are going to assemble the ingredients. We're just going to put it all together and then we're going to cook it. So I have my bowl here, and let me go get a spoon, a nice mixing spoon. We have that. So I'm just going to put everything together. I'm going to put I think I'll start with my pumpkin. I'm going to put the pumpkin in here, and I'd like to just throw it into the sink, but it'll crack. So I'm just going to set it aside gently. And let's do the coconut cream. Now, I can't vouch for the quality of this coconut cream because I am not sure if my cat put his foot in it. But I did scoop out quite a bit at the edge, and we were trying to watch the first take for evidence of what actually happened, but for some strange reason, the incriminating evidence had disappeared.
Meow meow, meow meow, it's coconut cream. Meow meow, meow meow, it's coconut cream.
Now we're gonna add the radishes. Set that dish aside. Okay, I'm losing track of what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my spoon. This is the Parmesan cheese. Last thing to add. Looks a little thick. I really wanted to put some wine in here, but as I said, I couldn't get that wine bottle opened because it wasn't a screw cap. I'm just gonna mix this really good. Mix it all up. Get all those ingredients blended really well. We've got our herbs and spices in the roux and the Parmesan cheese. Okay, so all these ingredients look really good. They're all blended together. I'm not going to taste it because it's cold, and once I cook it, it's going to be even yummier. All those different ingredients are going to really meld together and be really tasty. So we'll come back after this is cooked. So here's the finished dish. I'm going to garnish it with a nasturtium flower. I think that looks really pretty. And now my taste tester, my grandson Adriel, I would like you to try it and see what you think. And be careful, it's hot. What do you think, Adriel?
Well, it's definitely very pumpkin-y. Got all a pumpkinish taste.
It's very pumpkin-y, he said.
And I don't know, I'm not really getting much of those like herbs that we put in.
Okay, so maybe we needed more herbs.
Yeah, maybe a bit more
Okay,
herbs.
thanks for the feedback. I think having the white wine would have really given it that extra kick. But I think this is a really yummy, healthy dish that you can doctor up and use as many substitute ingredients as you wish. Oh, let's let the cats out and see what they think. The cats can't wait to try some. Thank you for joining us today on, I can't remember what the show's called.
Grandma's Recipes for Homebodies.
That's right, Grandma's Recipes for Homebodies. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Welcome to Cats in the Kitchen. Oh no, wait, that's not what it's called. Ah, get out of here, Max. I'm gonna ask my grandson to get this cat out of the picture. Can you remove the cat from the premises?
Working on it. It's kind of hard though.
Just pick him up before he knocks all our lovely food over. Max, you're taking over the show. Please get the cat out of here. Thank you very much. She's really about to create a lot of chaos. Whoa.